The Bears are who we thought they were. That's why we took the damn field.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But they are who we thought they were. And we let them out the hook.
Alright, so now, next topic. Both teams are out to good starts. Who do you believe is the better team out of the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks?
I'm going to say Minnesota, because the Seahawks had that same people for the last 3 years. They made the playoffs, both times? Or they just missed it last year?
They just
lost
missed
in the wild
one
card.
of the previous years.
The previous years, but Minnesota, with a new quarterback, Sam Darnold, he's trying to revitalize his career. Justin Jefferson came back. Lost your other 2 wide receivers you had last year and got a rookie wide receiver on the other side of Jefferson. What is his name? Nate? No, not Nate. I forgot his name.
Yeah,
I can't remember. But they added Aaron Jones, who's still, to me, always been a top 5 running back for the last 5 years, which is helping them tremendously. And that defense, right now, they got one of the top 5 defenses. I got them on my fantasy team. And they almost had the most defense
always had a good defense.
Every year.
Most for the last
and they looking good out there.
I agree with almost everything Don said. I don't really have no rebuttal things. Seattle, like he said, they've been together for a while, and I guess because they've been together for a while, they should have matched better. But I don't really know what to say about their offense. Like I said, you got Lockett, you got DK, and Kenneth Walker's supposed to be decent. You seen Charbonnet last week. Geno is Geno. You haven't really been no great player. You talking about comeback player of the year, so we just talking about you being solid at this point.
Yeah.
But as far as the Vikings, like you said, from Sam Darnold being a bum ass Jet at one point, top 10 draft pick, not away. But Jet career was like Darren said. Aaron Jones had no skill. That's why I don't understand how Dalvin Cook fell off like that. Because all that was like the thing for Minnesota, for NFC North running backs, yo. They just catch out the backfield and they run.
Yeah.
So Aaron Jones just feel like he just fit right in that bitch. And then let's not forget about TJ Hawkinson coming back at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they solid over there in Minnesota. For all these different people that just come together from different places besides Jefferson and Addison, like, hey, I'm just excited to see some new teams coming to the bunch.
Yeah.
No knock on Seattle looking good too, though.
Yeah. I agree with both y'all, and here's what I'm going to add on. I believe it's the Vikings that are the better team. I'm going to start with Seattle. Seattle, their ceiling is a wild card team. Like you said, we've seen the same thing with Seattle for the last few years. Like, the same offense, basically, same defense. I mean, they got a new coach. Pete Carroll ain't there. Pete Carroll ain't out there no more. But it still got Geno as the quarterback, still got Metcalf. I mean, Walker always in and out the lineup and everything.
When you think about the quarterback problems for Minnesota last year?
Yeah. And on the other hand, we already talked about Minnesota's defense and the way they play on offense. Sam Darnold, he doing his thing out there so far. The USC quarterback that's playing better than Caleb Williams right now is him. They still got Justin Jefferson, one of the best wide receivers. Addison and Hawkinson are hurt. Yeah. And then you got Aaron Jones on his 1 year deal. Like you said, they basically brought in a better running back from last season.
Yeah.
He basically went from one NFC North team to another team.
Well, they had Madison.
Yeah. And the Vikings, and on the other hand, look who the Seahawks is beating. They beat the Patriots in a close game in overtime. They beat the Broncos, even though the Broncos got a nice win against the Buccaneers. Yeah. But look who the Vikings beat. They beat some good teams. Yeah. They beat the 49ers. They beat the Texans.
Oh yeah, they was fucking the Texans up. Yeah. That shit was nasty.
Even though they beat the Giants week 1, but they just beat 2 playoff teams. Mm-hmm. All right, so I believe the Vikings are the better team. All right, so on another topic, so we got the Bills. My question is them. So we've seen so far through the first few games, there's still some undefeated teams left, but we've seen how the Bills look. Even without Stephon Diggs, they putting up numbers on people. Their defense still look good. Their offense, Josh Allen, they missed a step. Even though the media always act like somebody going not be as good because they lose a top wide receiver. Even though that's not the case for him.
Yeah.
So my thing, do y'all believe that the Bills are the most complete team currently in the NFL?
I wouldn't say complete, and I say this to say, This is how you find out when certain players in certain sports are elite. There comes a time in a lot of these elite players' careers where time at the time they fail, and they're getting criticized. But at some point, there's one fail where there's nothing else to lose. Now, how many times is Josh Allen getting criticized when he's playing the Chiefs, when he's playing the Ravens? Because he had Diggs, because he had a complete defense. And then I got Von Miller, and you got all Stephon Diggs leave, Gabe Davis leave. Your running back still young. You got a whole new wide receiver crew that's trying to prove they self. Josh Allen is in a I ain't got nothing else to lose right now. They've been talking about me for 4 or 5 years. Yeah. The man just looked comfortable, God. And he's finally is a top 5 easily without a doubt, top 3 in my opinion. Quarterback of the league. And while they don't have the skilled positions to look as a complete team, Shakir. Like we seen Coleman not have a catch last week. Then he burnt the motherfucker. Yeah. Kwame Shakir is quietly, consistently becoming the number 1. Dalton Kincaid is still consistent. Even though he took Dawson Knox spot, who he didn't do anything wrong, no use the spot. Dalton Kincaid just
started always them tight ends because Dawson Knox is hurt.
It's like, and if the defense get healthy, watch out for Buffalo Bills. Watch out for them in January, especially if they able to sneak out home court and you motherfuckers got to go to Buffalo in January.
Yeah, I agree with Diesel. I wouldn't say complete team because it's still early in the season. We got to come back to this question later in the season. But dangerous team, yeah, because they can put up points anywhere. Like you said, they lost Diggs and Davis, but they got all these other receivers everywhere. You drafted Coleman. You still got Shakir on the team.
You got Mac Hollins. He just want to catch every game. He ain't worried about being no star.
Kincaid and Knox. James Cook out the backfield. And like you said, they just got just a bunch of different people. And Josh Allen is so good. They gonna get their catches no matter what it is. So you don't know who to defend because everybody's average. And with that, he could easily find different receivers with that and still make plays with his legs and everything. That's how what Josh Allen do. Not to mention they still have a pretty good defense.
The most complete team. Maybe you could say that later in the season because they lost some of their people, so that team is fairly new. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say the most complete team is somebody we just mentioned, probably Minnesota, even though they missing some people because of the offense and defense. And I'm still probably gonna say the defending champions in Kansas City. They still the reign.
Oh yeah, they the most complete because they got 12 people on the field.
Yep. Don't say that.
That's why they the most complete.
Woo, come on,
yeah. But them 2 games, I would say still.
Now looking off to the left, rolling that way, and floats it for a touchdown. Ty Johnson joins the party. 5 first half scores by 5 different Bills. It's an avalanche.